guys, my name's Angel and I need help with my tray flips. I mean, keep flipping it, rotating it, but like sometimes I land it and my back foot goes, both my foot are usually in the back and I want to land it straight on my boat, and I'm going to show you how it looks like.
So thanks a lot for sending in your video. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see what I can do to help you out with your 360 flips. So the first thing that I noticed when I was watching your video right off the bat is that it looks like you're leaning forward a lot, and when that happens, it just kind of puts the board behind you, and then you land really far towards the front of the board. So it's kind of like when you're popping, you gotta lean in the back seat a little bit, like with more of your weight on your back foot and just kind of forcing your feet and your board forward. The thing with the 360 flip is that when you scoop it with your back foot, you want to scrape it with your front foot just enough to make it flip, just barely. Like your front foot doesn't do very much, but it more just hangs out there to catch the board. But you have to throw the board in front of you so that your front foot can catch it, and then with your legs spread apart enough so you can land on it properly.
Really need help on that trick. I've been stuck on it forever. Landed a couple of times, but I want to land it constantly and not have to have trouble with it. So yeah, tell me what you think about it. I would really appreciate it if you tell me what's my problem with it.
So yeah, you are really close to landing the trick. As you can see in some of these, your feet are just a little bit away from landing the trick. So lean back, push the board more in front of you, and then also you got to keep your feet spread apart. I noticed that on several of them, you land with your feet like really close together. So you got to keep your front foot out so that it can catch the board. So watch my front foot. So my back foot scoops really hard and my front foot just hangs out right above the board waiting for it to spin, and then it catches it and then I land. So you got to have your feet apart and your front foot has to be out to catch it, but you also have to be leaning back far enough so that when you scoop, it throws the board in front of you enough so that you don't go too far in front of the board. So watch right here, the front foot just hangs out, the board spins and comes right around, and then boom, bolts. So that's how you want to land your 360 flips, just like that. So yeah, again, all of the scoop of this full trick is in the back foot, and I think you have that down pretty well. By the looks of your video, you're not having too big of problems doing the 360 flip rotation. It's mainly just the catch and the land that you need to work on, which is good, and which actually means you're really close to landing the trick. One thing you could do to maybe help yourself get that catch down is just flip it, step off with your back foot, and practice just catching it with your front foot, just like that. And then put it all together. But yeah, you gotta be leaning back enough to throw the board in front of you. For any of you guys learning the basics of skateboarding, you gotta check out Skateboarding Made Simple. It's different than the YouTube videos, it's more detailed, and it gives you an exact full pattern to follow. So it's not just like you learn one trick and you're done. No, you go through the whole program. It's really cool.